Hello, and welcome to the day's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this Sunday morning. In this week's episode, we'll learn what parents need to know about fentanyl overdose. We'll discuss rising insurance costs, and we'll learn why flu season seems to be longer than usual. We'll begin learning about the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy. I'm here with Tiffany Sawyer. Thanks so much for coming back on the show. We've done this over the years, but it's never too much for people to know more about the Georgia Center. Please give everybody a little history.
Yeah, so we started in 1987 and we provide services right here in Atlanta for DeKalb and Fulton counties for children who've experienced sexual abuse or sex trafficking or have witnessed violence. And we work with their families and we work with law enforcement and child protective services to help with the investigation. And our main goal is to limit the re-traumatization that a child might experience by having to share that story
Over and over again.
over and over and over again, multiple times. So we do forensic interviews and they share that story in a place with somebody who can listen to them. And then that's recorded and can be used in the court process if it does go through the prosecution.
April is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and you guys are doing a bit of a palooza, a bit of an opportunity for everybody to learn more. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so I'm the director of prevention and education, and we provide training and educational opportunities for adults who work with or have any kind of responsibility, children of their own, to learn more about what they can do to protect them. And we do that throughout the entire state of Georgia. And Prevention Palooza is a month-long event where we have free training opportunities. They're all virtual on lots of different topics: online safety, human trafficking prevention, how to talk to your kids about abuse, how to build resiliency in your kids and parenting skills, things like that throughout the entire month. We even have 12 trainings offered in Spanish. And yeah, so it's the entire month of April. We have webinar Wednesdays, we have Fridays on demand that are pre-recorded. So a little bit of everything to offer the community to get a little bit more educated.
Now, what I didn't realize just throughout the history of the Georgia Center, I think people recognize the work that you do for children who have suffered sexual abuse. But I did not realize how much you guys have done in the realm of trafficking. Can we talk a little about that?
Yeah. So just a little stat for you all. About 90% of kids who've experienced trafficking have previous histories of sexual abuse. So these are children who've experienced trauma over and over again. And it's really important that we provide those same kind of services that children experience sexual abuse to those that experience trafficking. As you can imagine, it's much more complicated situation. Children experience incredible amounts of trauma, and so being able to provide that space for children to tell their story and to work with all of the officials that are involved in that case is really important. We also provide free therapy for all of the children that we serve. And that's really, really, really critical in their healing process to talk through that and to have trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy that can help them process everything. And then we provide family advocacy. And for those kids that have experienced sex trafficking, there's an added layer of support that they need. So all of those services working together really help support those families, both of sexual abuse and trafficking.
Oh, wow. Well, then I can't let you get out of here without telling us how we can sign up. Again, much of the prevention is online on Fridays. It
Yeah,
gets a little special. You guys do a
yeah,
little something different. But please
yeah.
tell us how to get involved.
Yeah, so come to the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy.org to get involved. You'll look up Prevention Palooza And you can sign up for trainings. As I said, they're free. They're an entire month of April. And then we also have a smattering of trainings throughout the entire year to get involved. So come join us, be educated, learn a little bit more, and wear blue for Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Tiffany, thanks so much for coming back on the show. It's been too long. We've got to do this a little more often.
Let's do it for
All
sure.
right.
Thanks, Keisha. Bye.
Absolutely. All right, guys, please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn more, see how you can step up to the plate. So often people hear statistics and they think that there's nothing that they can do, and that's not necessarily true. We could all be a part of the solution if we have the right education. Take the opportunity to visit the website, learn more about the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy. And we'll be right back on Focus Atlanta.